She said, "You're not allowed to go to the gym anymore. Girls stare at you." I said, "Understood." So I built a home gym in my new apartment she didn't know about. The moving truck she saw 3 days later. Original post: I, 31 male, have been with Jessica, 29, for 4 years. Living together for 2. What started as occasional jealousy turned into full-blown control that I somehow normalized until last month. The gym thing wasn't even the first red flag. Looking back, there were dozens. She'd check my phone while I slept, made me unfollow female coworkers on social media, got angry if the cashier at the grocery store smiled at me too long. But 3 weeks ago, she hit a new level. I'd been going to the same gym for 6 years. It's my stress relief, my routine, my mental health maintenance. I'm in decent shape, not a bodybuilder, just healthy. But apparently, that was a problem. Jessica, I went by your gym today. Me, oh, why? To see what you're really doing there, and I saw those women looking at you. Looking at me? I was probably just in their line of sight. Don't gaslight me, Derek. They were staring. That blonde one was practically drooling. Jess, I don't even know who you're talking about. Of course you do. You probably love the attention. I was exhausted. This was the 3rd fight about the gym that week. You know what? You're not allowed to go anymore. What? You heard me. No more gym. If you want to exercise, do push-ups here. I'm not having my boyfriend parading around for desperate women. I stared at her. 4 years. 4 years of slowly shrinking my world to avoid her explosions. Friends I'd stopped seeing. Hobbies I'd given up. Family events I'd skipped because she'd have a bad feeling. You're serious? Dead serious. Choose the gym or me. Something inside me just shifted, like a switch flipping. 4 years of accumulated exhaustion crystallized into perfect clarity. Me understood. She smiled, satisfied. Good. I knew you'd see it my way. But she misunderstood. I wasn't agreeing to stop going to the gym. I was done being controlled. Update 1. That night, while Jessica slept, I sat in our bathroom with my laptop and started planning. First, I needed to understand my situation legally and financially. The apartment lease was in both our names, but I'd been paying 80% of the rent. We had no shared bank accounts. Thank God I'd resisted that. My car was mine, hers was hers. No kids, not married. I had about $11,000 in savings. Not a fortune, but enough. The next morning, Jessica left for work. She's a receptionist at a dental office, works 9 to 5. I called in sick to my job. I'm a project manager at a tech company, can work remotely when needed. Then I started apartment hunting, found a place the same day. Nothing fancy, but decent. 1 bedroom in a complex about 15 minutes away. Month-to-month lease option available. $1,400 a month. The kicker, it had a large den that could fit gym equipment. I signed the lease that afternoon. Move-in date, 3 days from now. Next stop, fitness equipment warehouse. Bought the basics. Power rack, $800. Olympic barbell and plates, $600. Adjustable dumbbells, $300. Bench, $200. Used treadmill, $400. Total damage, about $2,300. Delivery scheduled to the new place. That evening, Jessica came home complaining about her coworker. I nodded, made dinner, acted normal. She had no idea I'd just signed a lease and bought a home gym. Jessica. See how nice this is? Just us, no gym drama. Maybe we should get a joint bank account, combine everything. Me? Let's talk about it later. Jessica. Also, your friend Tommy called earlier. I told him you weren't available. He parties too much anyway. Tommy had called to congratulate me on a promotion. But I just nodded. Me understood. Update 2, day 2 of the plan. Jessica went to work. I went to work. On moving my life. Rented a storage unit. Started moving my important things when she wasn't around. Documents, valuable items, some clothes, stuff she wouldn't immediately notice missing. My boss was cool when I explained I needed some personal time. Take what you need, Derek. You've seemed stressed lately. That afternoon, I went to our apartment's management office. Me. I need to discuss removing myself from the lease. Manager. That requires both parties to agree, or you can pay a break fee. What if I found someone to take over my portion? That could work. They'd need to qualify and your co-tenant would need to agree. Perfect. I already had someone in mind. Jessica's best friend Melanie had been talking about needing a roommate after her breakup. Jessica would probably love that idea, eventually. That evening, Jessica, You've been quiet lately. Just tired. Not sneaking to the gym, are you? Half joking, half serious. Me no gym. Good. Oh, I told my mom we'd visit this weekend. Her mom was just like her. Controlled her husband's every move. Poor guy couldn't even watch football without permission. Me. Can't this weekend. Work project. Jessica, you always have an excuse to avoid my family. It's a big deadline. Fine. But next weekend, no excuses. Me. Understood. She had no idea there wouldn't be a next weekend. Update 3. Moving day. Jessica left for work at 8:30 a.m., complaining that I'd forgotten to make her coffee. I apologized, kissed her goodbye, and waited exactly 10 minutes before the moving truck arrived. I'd hired movers for speed, told them exactly what was mine. My desk and computer setup, my clothes and personal items, kitchen stuff I'd bought, my TV from before we met, my books, gaming console, etc. Left everything that was hers or ours. Even left the coffee maker, a gift from her mom. The movers were efficient. 2 hours, everything loaded. I did a final walkthrough, left a letter on the kitchen counter, and dropped my keys next to it. The letter was simple. Jessica, you told me to choose between the gym and you. I choose neither. I choose freedom. I've removed myself from the lease, paid my portion through next month. Melanie is interested in taking over my spot if you want a roommate. Don't contact me. I'll be blocking your number. I wish you well, but I'm done being controlled. Derek, P.S. I built a home gym. No desperate women staring at me there. Drove to my new place. The movers unloaded everything. My gym equipment had arrived the day before. Spent the afternoon setting up my new life. At 5:47 p.m., my phone exploded. 28 calls in 10 minutes. Texts ranging from "what the hell" to "you're mentally ill" to "please come back, we can talk." I screenshot everything, then blocked her number. Then the flying monkeys arrived. Her sister Caitlin. How could you just abandon her? Her mom. Real men don't run away from problems. Her friend Melanie. Honestly, Derek, I get it, but maybe give her another chance. Blocked. Blocked. Except Melanie, I replied. The room's available if you want it. Same rent split she demanded from me. 80-20. Wait, she made you pay 80%? Among other things. Good luck. Update 4, day 4 in the new place. Radio silence is beautiful. I'd blocked Jessica on everything, but I knew the storm was coming. It arrived via my work email. Derek, since you've abandoned me without warning and blocked me everywhere like a child, I'm forced to contact you through your professional email. Your behavior is abusive and mentally unstable. Walking out on a 4-year relationship because I asked you not to go to the gym? You need serious help. I've consulted a lawyer. What you did is financial abuse. You owe me half the rent for breaking lease, $2,800, emotional distress, $5,000, my time wasted, $10,000. If you don't respond within 48 hours, I'll take legal action. Also, I know you'll come crawling back. Men like you always do. You can't handle being alone. When you do, the rules will be couples counseling, you pay, joint bank account, full transparency, no gym ever, limited contact with your toxic family, password sharing on all devices. This is non-negotiable. Jessica. I forwarded it to my personal email, then replied from my work account. Jessica, this is my work email. Please don't contact me here again. Regarding your demands. 1. I paid my portion of rent through next month. 2. You have no legal standing for any claims. 3. We're done. My company's legal team has been notified of your harassment through corporate channels. Derek. CC'd HR and my boss. They were not happy. Someone was harassing an employee through work email. Then came the extinction burst. Learned that term from my therapist later. She showed up at my office building. Security wouldn't let her in without an appointment. She caused such a scene they had to threaten to call the police. She went to my gym. Yeah, the one she'd banned me from. Screaming about how I was probably there with some whore. They revoked her guest pass permanently. She called my mom crying. Mom hadn't known about the control issues because Jessica always seemed so sweet. Mom listened for about 5 minutes before Jessica said, "He's not allowed to go to the gym because women look at him." Not allowed? He's a grown man. Jessica, you don't understand. I have to protect what's mine. He's not property, dear. You turned him against me. This is your fault. Mom hung up, called me laughing. Derek, what did you date for 4 years? But the best part came a week later. Update 5. Jessica's friend Melanie reached out through Instagram. Melanie, hey, I know you probably don't want to hear from anyone connected to Jess, but thought you should know some things. Me, I'm listening. First, she's telling everyone you had a mental breakdown and abandoned her for no reason. But I know the truth. She's done this before. What? Her ex before you. Craig? Same thing. She controlled him until he snapped and left. She told everyone he was abusive. I believed her then, not now. Also, she's been texting her coworker Brandon throughout your entire relationship. Nothing physical, but definitely emotional cheating. All while accusing you of wanting other women. She sent screenshots. 4 years of Jessica complaining about me to Brandon, calling me boring and weak, while Brandon called her beautiful and too good for him. Me? Why are you telling me this? Melanie, because I took the room, and living with her for 1 week has shown me everything. She tried to tell me when I could have guests, demanded I pay 80% because I make more, got mad when I went to yoga because we should spend evenings together. Melanie, I'm moving out end of month, already found another place, she doesn't know yet. Good luck. Oh, and Derek? She joined your gym, the one she banned you from. She's there every day now, dressed like she's going to a nightclub, trying to figure out which woman you left her for. There was no other woman. Melanie, I know, but she can't comprehend that. In her mind, the only reason a man would leave her is for someone else. The irony was delicious. She's now going to the place she banned me from, looking for evidence of a cheating that never happened, while she'd been emotionally cheating for years. Update 6. 3 weeks into freedom, I'd established a routine. 5 a.m., coffee and workout in my home gym. 7 a.m., shower, breakfast, work from home. Lunch break, walk in the park near my apartment. Evening, whatever I wanted. No checking in, no accusations, no walking on eggshells. Then Jessica found my new address. I don't know how. Maybe she followed me from work. Maybe someone told her. Doesn't matter. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Pounding on my door. Derek, open up. I know you're in there. I grabbed my phone, started recording, and called 911. There's someone trying to break into my apartment. I'm not breaking in. I'm his girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend, you're trespassing. Police are on the way. You can't call the cops on me. We need to talk. Me, we have nothing to talk about. Please leave. Is someone in there with you? Is that why you won't open the door? Leave. Now. She started kicking the door. My neighbor Paul came out. Miss, you need to leave before the cops get here. Mind your business. This is between me and my boyfriend. He said ex-girlfriend, and you're disturbing everyone. Leave. Or what, old man? Paul was a 65-year-old veteran. Didn't even flinch. Paul. Or I'll make a citizen's arrest for trespassing and disturbing the peace. Your choice. The cops arrived 5 minutes later. Jessica tried to play victim. Officer, my boyfriend and I had a fight and he's overreacting. Sir, what's the situation? Me, she's my ex. I moved out 3 weeks ago. She's harassing me. Jessica, we didn't break up. He just left. He's having a mental health crisis. I showed the officer the letter I'd left, the text demanding money, the work email, everything. Officer? Ma'am, you need to leave. If you come back, you'll be arrested. This is insane, Derek. Tell them. I have nothing to say to you. They escorted her out. I filed for a restraining order Monday morning. Update 7. The restraining order hearing was illuminating. Jessica showed up dressed like she was going to church. Conservative dress, minimal makeup, hair in a bun. Going for the innocent victim look. Her argument to the judge, I abandoned her without warning. False. I left a letter. I stole shared property. False. Took only my stuff. She was concerned for my mental health. Sure, that's why she kicked my door. She never controlled me. My evidence. Screenshots of texts demanding I not go to the gym. Work email with her demands for money. Security footage from my building of her kicking my door. Witness statement from Paul. Phone records showing 127 calls in 3 days after I left. The judge looked at Jessica. Ma'am, did you tell him he wasn't allowed to go to the gym? That's taken out of context. Women were staring at him. So you did? Relationships require compromise. Compromise is mutual, control is not. Restraining order granted, no contact for 1 year. Jessica started crying, not sad tears, angry tears. Jessica, this is discrimination. He manipulated you. Judge, ma'am, continue and I'll hold you in contempt. Her mom was there, stood up and pointed at me. You destroyed my daughter. Ma'am, sit down or leave. They stormed out, but not before Jessica said loud enough for everyone to hear, he'll be back. Weak men always come back. It's been 2 months now. The restraining order is in effect. Through the grapevine, I heard. Melanie moved out. Jessica couldn't afford rent alone. She had to move back with her parents. She got fired from the dental office for missing too many days, probably stalking me. She's telling everyone I was abusive and she escaped. She's on dating apps with a bio about surviving narcissistic abuse. Meanwhile, I'm thriving. Lost 10 pounds of stress weight I didn't know I was carrying. Got promoted at work, could focus without daily drama. Reconnected with friends I'd been isolated from. Started therapy to understand how I let it get that bad. PR'd on bench press in my home gym. My therapist explained it was classic controlling behavior that escalated slowly. The gym thing was just the final straw that broke my denial. Final update. 6 months have passed. Figured I'd give one last update. Last week I ran into Craig, Jessica's ex before me. Random encounter at a sports bar. He recognized me first. Derek? You're Jessica's? We're Jessica's. Me. Ex. You're Craig, right? Yeah. Buy you a beer? I think we have a lot to talk about. We talked for 3 hours. His story was eerily similar. Started with small jealousies, escalated to controlling behavior. She isolated him from friends/family. The final straw was when she demanded he quit his job because his female boss was too pretty. He left, she played victim, told everyone he was abusive. Craig. Took me 2 years of therapy to realize I wasn't crazy. Me. The gym thing seems almost quaint compared to quitting a job. It's never about the gym or the job. It's about control. Complete control. He showed me something interesting. A Facebook group. Survivors of Jessica Morrison. Obviously not the real name, but there were 5 guys in there, all with similar stories. The patterns were identical. Love bombing at first, slow isolation, increasing demands, explosive end when they finally said no, character assassination afterward. One guy, Mitchell, she'd dated in college. She'd made him drop out of his fraternity because those guys encouraged cheating. Another, Roberto, she'd forced to sell his motorcycle because it's too dangerous, really because women liked it. The youngest, James, was only 22 when they dated. She was 27. She'd convinced him to turn down a scholarship to stay near her. He thankfully didn't listen and left for college anyway. We compared notes. Same phrases, same tactics, same tears, same threats. It was like we all dated the same person. Because we had. Craig. The real kicker? I ran into her last month. She tried to tell me Derek, you, had abused her, that she barely escaped with her life. Me, what'd you say? Craig, nothing. Just laughed and walked away. She screamed after me that I was still bitter. The group was therapeutic in a weird way. Knowing it wasn't just me. That I wasn't weak or stupid. That she was a predator who'd perfected her craft. Last thing, Melanie reached out yesterday. Jessica's engaged, met a guy online, love bombed him. Engaged in 4 months, he's already quit his weekend golf league because she needs him home. Melanie, should we warn him? Would you have listened if someone warned you? Good point. The guy will figure it out, or he won't. Not my problem anymore. My home gym is complete now. Added a cable machine and better flooring. Work out whenever I want. Sometimes at 5 a.m., sometimes at midnight. No one stares at me except my own reflection, and he's just proud of how far I've come. The freedom is intoxicating. I can see any friend whenever, go anywhere without explaining, watch whatever I want, eat whatever I choose, talk to whoever I please, live my actual life. I'm dating casually, nothing serious. Told one woman about Jessica on our 3rd date. She said my ex was the same but gender flipped. Made me quit my book club because men might hit on you. We laughed about it. Then she said something profound. Controllers can't comprehend that we left for freedom, not for someone else. Their ego can't process that they're not worth tolerating. Exactly. To anyone reading this in a similar situation, the gym, the book club, the friends, the job, whatever they're trying to take from you, it's not about that thing. It's about control. And it only gets worse. The moving truck they see pulling away, that's not defeat. That's victory. Freedom is the ultimate gym. No membership required,